Assalamu alaikum everyone, this is Mr. Middlepath and I am officially almost stuffed. It's about 10:30 p.m. I'm getting ready to go to sleep. So I was like, you know what, let me just throw in a vlog out there, see how everyone is doing. It's the last 10 days. I made a video, I know I made a video, and last time I talked about how this was one of the worst Ramadans I'd ever experienced, which is kind of an overstatement because it's not really true. I'm sure I've experienced worse Ramadans back in the old days, but recently I haven't had a Ramadan like this. It's been a difficult Ramadan for me, especially with work and transition and moving out. I don't want to go back into it again, but we're in the last 10 days now, and something I was thinking about doing is just doing more dhikr, something really easy, something really simple, something I can do while I'm driving, something I can do while I'm at home, something I can just do on the off time, and try and make that a habit of mine, because to pray for a long time like Taraweeh, I really can't do that because I work in very early in the mornings and I'm driving, and if I fall asleep while I'm driving and crash into someone, it's really not a good idea to get only a little bit of sleep while I work the type of job that I work. And then at the same time, certain other ibadas which are intensive in how you approach it. So for example, reading a juz every single day. Sometimes I can read a juz in a day, but there are many days that I just don't have the time. I come home from work, I eat, I pass out. Or if I don't want to pass out, I'll only eat a little bit, in which case I'll be tired for the next day and have to balance it out. So reading a juz every day is difficult. And if I can't read a juz every day, I'm not going to finish the whole Quran in Ramadan, which isn't good. I remember one of the sheikhs I knew in Egypt talking to me about how one should read a juz a day, or sometimes 3 juz a day minimum, and he was very big advocate on that, and someone that should have a very close relationship with the Quran. And subhanAllah, I agree with that. At this stage in my life, it's a little bit difficult to implement that. And the other things that people are used to doing in Ramadan, having iftars with family or volunteering, or it's just this Ramadan specifically, it's very difficult for me to get into any of those things. So I was thinking, okay, well, what's one thing I can do that would be a great benefit for me, but would require minimal effort? And after thinking about it, I think the answer for me at this stage of my life is dhikr. I know for some people they are able to do volunteering, able to do charity work, they're able to pray, they're able to do the best type of dhikr, which is to read a lot of Quran. But for me, just doing my daily afkar, or just doing dhikr, random dhikr while I'm at home, or while I'm driving at work, this would be perhaps most beneficial to me. I remember one sheikh that I knew in Egypt was telling me a story about how a man, he wanted a scholar to advise him to do something for his life, and the scholar quoted a hadith, which is, if I can remember it correctly, was kalimatan khafifatani fil mizan, khafifatani ala lisani, thaqilatani fil mizani, subhanallah wa bihamdih, subhanallah al-azim, which is basically two sentences, which are very light on the tongue but very heavy in the scale of good deeds on the day of judgment. Subhanallah wa bihamdih, subhanallah al-azim. And this is a dhikr that we can say. And another hadith mentioning that something I came across, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will have a tree planted for you in Jannah for every time you say that. And of course in Ramadan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala multiplies and increases. So saying subhanallah wa bihamdih, subhanallah al-azim. So then this man, he would always say subhanallah wa bihamdih, subhanallah al-azim. And on his deathbed when he was dying, the doctor was telling him, look, you're about to die, this is what you need to do. And the guy's like, look man, forget all of that, I just want to tell you something. كلمتان خفيفتان على اللسان ثقيلتان في الميزان سبحان الله وبحمده سبحان الله العظيم. And then he passed away. So those were the last words that came out of his mouth. I don't know where the sheikh got the story. Sometimes a lot of sheikhs will share stories where the source isn't really mentioned, or they don't really share the source, or they don't even remember where they got that story from. But it was an interesting story, and it shows you the power of something as simple as dhikr. Just making a lot of dhikr and getting close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's what I'm going to try and do for these last 10 days. Something very easy, something very simple. Please let me know in the comments below. I already asked how your Ramadan is going, but I would like to take things a step further and ask, what are you doing trying to get close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Like, what is your goals? What is your plans? For me, Ramadan has always been a time for not only reflection, but for goal setting. So this Ramadan, I can't say it's been the worst Ramadan ever in my life. That's kind of a harsh statement to make, and astaghfirullah al-azim if I said something wrong. But what I mean is that this Ramadan, in terms of me setting goals, is the lowest compared to most of my Ramadans. I've always been able to set some type of goal spiritually and otherwise, and this Ramadan I've been having a lot of trouble doing that. So for you all who are watching this, let me know what your goals are this Ramadan. What are the goals that you intend to set for the rest of the year? What have you been trying to do this Ramadan to better yourself that you haven't been doing before this Ramadan? So something you've already been doing your whole life, and you're already doing it, and then you do it in the Ramadan, doesn't count. I'm talking about something new, like something you're doing to increase your level. I'd really love to hear it from you. So please share it in the comments, inshallah. That's all I have. Good night. I'm going to sleep very soon after I pray Isha. Take care. Peace out. Assalamu alaikum.